Hello everyone, my name is Northern and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be making a generic check-in system for like hotel games or something like that. I know some people were saying that I should do like a fire alarm system from scratch, which I agree. I don't like using free models, but at the same time um it's good for modeling, and it's good for just like basic like things that you want to make. Although there are scripts that you can use to remove any sort of viruses that are inside of your game, and um, it should really help for game performance or like actually playing the game, but not in studio, because of course that's really not gonna work. Two, I'm doing a voice reveal today, so now you know what I sound like. And three, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading much on this channel. It's been 8 months since my last video, which I'm very sorry, but I've been going through some stuff that I needed to do, so like school and all that other kind of stuff, and I'm sorry for just putting my channel behind me, pretty much. So with this check-in system, it's pretty much just like generic hotel check-in systems. Pretty much you can get the hotel card that you want, and then you can pretty much use it, but in this video we're not going to be like making it function. So if you do want to see another video where I like show you how you can use your cards or like tools to open the doors for like a hotel that you're trying to make, then be sure to like and comment. But if you do enjoy my stuff, make sure to like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications to be notified whenever I post a new video. Hopefully I'll try to upload more in this week. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is we want to insert a part. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and customize this part however you want it to look. In this case, it's not going to be too fancy, as it's only a tutorial video. Next, what you want to do is you want to make your buttons so we can click on them and get our RoomKey tool, which it's not going to be a RoomKey tool, or it's not going to be like an actual key card, since I'm not gonna be spending so much time trying to make a card. And go ahead and color your button to green. And you can have multiple if you want. I'll disclose how you can add multiple once we start the script. Go ahead and design it like I said, and then make sure you group it. You don't really have to do this, but I mean it's a great way to keep everything organized inside this. We're gonna call this check-in board. Then we're going to find the board that holds the buttons. Sorry about that. And we're going to call it board. Next, we're going to select our two buttons. We're going to call them room. Then you're going to select each one individually and put like a number at the end of it. So I'll say room 100. And then I'll say room 200. Here's room 100 card and 200 card. Next, what you want to do is you want to make your own tools. By doing that, you can simply just insert a part, customize it the way you want, and yada yada. Go ahead and design it if you want, but if you just want to see how this works, then just go ahead and just make generic like parts or something. So here's our two parts. This one will be room 100, and this one will be room 200. Second thing you want to do is you want to insert a tool and duplicate it. Next, what you want to do is you want to name one of the tools room 100 key, and you can go ahead and name the other one room 200 key, or whatever room number you want it to be. And it can be completely different as long as you remember what it is. So make sure you select both of these parts, or make sure you name your keycard's handle the actual physical part and not the tool. Reason being, or then again, you could also just disable requires handle. But then again, it's not like there's going to be any sort of text on these to show the name. If anything, it's only going to display on the actual tool object that's in workspace currently. So go ahead and select either part, and you're going to drag them into either one. So it's going to look like this. Next, what you want to do is you want to locate server storage. Then you can insert a folder, and we can name this folder keycards. Next, what you want to do is you want to select both or all your tools that are going to be RoomKeys and put them inside of keycards, which is inside of server storage, which is inside of your game, which the game is technically Explorer for this instance. So now what we're going to do is we're going to script the buttons. However, I do have the script copied, hopefully, and if I don't, I'll go off of a picture that I have. But before we start scripting, I need to add a click detector, and this is optional too. The click detector isn't optional, unless if you want to do like a click the button type thing. But what's optional is that you can put the script inside of the click detector or keep it inside of the part. For this instance, I'll put it inside of the click detector. Sorry for the voice crack. As you can see, here is our script. I have it copied for the sake of our time, yeah. In the description, I will have these scripts ready for everyone, so they don't have. Because if you're wanting to be lazy and not wanting to do any of this, just go ahead and copy it down and then just listen on to what you need to do. So pretty much the only thing you need to edit in this entire script is your tool name, which is right here, and the game.ServerStorage.RoomKeys, because you're going to need to specify what key you want the player to have once they click the button. So for this instance, since this is room 100, we are going to get the room 100 key. So we're going to type in room 100 key. And same for .RoomKeys, or RoomKeys dot, and then we're going to say room 100 key. So there you go, that's all you really need to do for the script, as I'm going to put it inside the description. But basically, what this script does is, here is our tool name. What this entire function does is it's pretty much defining the click detector, which is inside of our parts. This is the player's backpack. This is the key that is being defined inside of our folder inside of server storage. Here's the button after you click it, and this max activation distance will be set to 0. What the max activation distance is if it's set to 0, then you can't click it at all. But if you have it to 10, then you have to be at least like maybe a few studs away from it in order to click it, or something like that. But if it's set to 0, like I said, you won't be able to click it. So that's what our goal is let's set this to 10 actually. Because after the part has been clicked, we don't want people to get the multiple room cards. So that's why we're setting the max activation distance to 0. Onto this one, or onto our next section, this is also like defining what our function was in the click detector. Next, what this section is it's defining if the player has the tool and what will happen if the player resets or leaves the game. Right here, this is just defining if the player has it, and this print really doesn't do much. I mean, it's not gonna let you know, hey, so and so has this. I mean, technically yes, but it's just gonna be in the output. I mean, you can always just put it into some like GUI for owners only or something like that. But pretty much this entire 4 lines of code, not counting the ends. Pretty much this is defining the player and them joining, or pretty much the player inside the game and their character. And then with this if statement, it's pretty much saying if the player owns the tool, which our current tool name is room 100 key, and it finds it inside of the backpack or the player's inventory, then it's going to print yes. Next, for player added, again, it's pretty much saying what will happen to the button if the player doesn't have it. So again, we're defining our player in the game, the character, and with this if statement, it's kind of similar, but it's pretty much like saying no if this player doesn't have. Because if not means if the player does not have the item, then, and pretty much the generic if statement is if this player does have it, then so and so. But pretty much what this will do is it will check to see if the player does not have the tool, and if the player does not have the tool inside their inventory, then the max activation distance will be set back to 10 or whatever you want, or whatever you put it as. And if you put it to if you change the click detector and change its max activation distance to something else other than 10, then I suggest changing the 10 to the same number you put as the max activation distance inside your click detector. Pretty much once it finds out, it'll set it back to 10, which means it will become active again. And next, for the color, it'll change back to green. Whoopsie. And once it's changed back to green, it'll let you know, hey, it's active again, you may click it. That kind of thing. And lastly, for the player removing function, what it does is it defines the player, and you don't need to do character removing because that's currently not a thing. But player removing pretty much means if the player's leaving. Next, we're going to go on to the if statement, which is if player.Backpack. So pretty much it's going to find out if the player did have the item in their backpack upon leaving. And if it finds it, then it will pretty much destroy the tool from the player's backpack. And once it does that, it'll change the max activation distance of the button to 10, or whatever you desire it to be, and it will change the color back to green. And if you're wanting to change the color, make sure you have the color ID inside of, or make sure you know your color ID, which actually, let's go ahead and copy this. We're going to set both of the buttons to the same color so it's not confusing to us. But then again, you're not going to really notice the difference. But once the tool is destroyed from the player's inventory, if it's destroyed from the player's inventory, then it'll become active again. So pretty much the green, the button being green means it's active. The red meaning it's inactive. So pretty much it's telling you, hey, it's not active. If it's red, it's not active. You're gonna have to wait, unless if you're kicking the player or something. But if it's green, then it's pretty much saying, hey, it's active, you can claim whatever you want to claim, or something like that. And if you don't want it to be like a room key, just make sure you name it to something else. I mean, all you have to do is just name your tool to like something else, and make sure the tool's name is the exact same. Make sure your line of code up here, specifically your tool name, make sure it is the exact same as your tool name, because otherwise it's just going to error up. Unless if you're doing something else, then just make sure it's matching up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to only show you the resetting portion, because I mean, one, it doesn't take up that much time, and two, if you want to see for yourself and see if it works for when a player leaves, then go ahead and do that. Oops, I forgot to anchor it. But if you want to, well, then again, if you have any errors with the code, or if it's not doing it for you, then please do let me know in the comment section down below, and make sure to disclose what is going on, and yeah. So if I click the button, oh, looks like we have a little bit of a problem. Oh, okay, so it looks like we are having a bit of an issue, because I forgot that in the code, it has to be room keys, not key cards. So if you want to go ahead and change your folder name to RoomKeys, then go ahead, because it's already going to be preset inside of the line of code. So the RoomKeys line is going to be preset. So go ahead and change your folder name to RoomKeys. Click it. As you can see, the part changes red. As you can see, we can't click it anymore. As you can also see, we have the part. Now if we go ahead and reset, like so. Sorry, I think the music cut off there, but as you can see, if we reset and sadly walk back all the way over here, it should be back to green. 3, 2, 1. It is, as you can see. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm sorry I'm not going to be showing the player if the player has the tool, and if they leave, it'll turn back to green. Due to the time I have, and for the sake of the length of this video, because I don't want it to make it too long. But again, if you have any issues with the line of code, please make sure to let me know. And again, if you want to make multiple, just make sure to rename your tool name thing to another tool's name, because otherwise it's just not gonna really function, and it's only gonna give you the other tool. But anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to be notified whenever I post a new video. And comment down below what you thought about this, if you have any bug issues, or if you want to request a video idea for me or something like that. Just make sure to leave it down below, and I'll try my best to read it as soon as possible. And not wait 8 months just to see that people tried commenting and I didn't notice it. So again, my name is Northern, and I am signing out for today. Have a good day, and I'll see you again soon.